Hey YouTube, how's it going? Welcome to another uniform video. This is basically going to be hopefully a little bit shorter. I compiled a lot of the questions that people had from the last video about like, hey, how does this logo work, or like how do I find certain logos. I wanted to touch on a couple of things and give you a little bit more information on how to make your jersey, and then I have a couple of the points I want to bring up at the end of the video. But I appreciate you watching right away. If you want to click like and comment your favorite logo you found in the vault so far, and also sub to the channel if you haven't already, it helps me out a lot. YouTube's still growing, so the more that you like, comment, sub, share with friends, it only puts us on recommended pages more, so I'd appreciate that a ton. So the very first comment that I want to address is a quick one. You see on my logo on the left side, like my AT Austin Thuuuuney logo that I have for my team, that's on my jersey and everything. But a lot of people have asked, like, how do I upload my main logo and where is that at? So you want to go to customize here, you want to go down to the logo editor, and this is where you find your main logo. So I jokingly, have my main logo for the reasons I've brought up before on Twitch and on YouTube. Some of you might know the story behind this. If you don't, you should follow the Twitch channel. Talk about it sometimes, but this is my main logo. You can edit it however you want, same way as you could on your logos in your jersey. Back out, hit save. So your main logo for your team is under customize. It is under logo editor. That's where you find that. The next thing that I wanted to do was go through some of the different styles really quick and explain some things I like, some things I don't like, to give you, the viewer, or the player rather, the designer rather, a better idea of what I like to kind of look at. Again, I don't really think pinstripes look really good in this game, unless you have like a cream colored jersey. Like I have them on right now, you can't even see it. If I put white pinstripes on, you see that. It just doesn't look good on dark jerseys. That's why I don't have pinstripes on. As far as piping on the actual jersey itself, this is basically my motto of what we touched on in the last video, and my motto here for this video too. I don't like piping on my jersey personally down the middle. You can do whatever you want, obviously, but I'm always a fan of people doing the two color embroidery. So like for my jersey, for example, you see the orange on the outside, the white on the interior. My 2 points, you want to make sure if you're doing two color on the sleeves and two color on the piping, for example, you want it to be the same setup. Like you want it to be orange on the outside, white on the inside. If your colors are red and green, you want to have the right red and green on like the outside and inside, right? So I don't think piping looks great on my jersey. It could look great on yours, but as I always bring up, the two color piping looks fantastic. I always am a fan of going two color rather than some of the other ones there. As far as shoulder stripes go, not really a big fan of any of these. These are a lot more like retro kind of designs. And then the one thing you could do is, there's no sleeveless jersey option in this game, but you could put a thick stripe on the shoulder of your jersey, make your sleeves in your jersey have no embroidery on the bottom, and make like, so if I went like this, so if I went over here and I turned this off, so it's not quote unquote sleeveless jerseys, but if you want to trick yourself, like that's the best way to do it, to make it look like you're wearing sleeveless uniforms there. It's unfortunately not a part of the game. If that's something you've always wanted to have, as a sleeveless jersey, this is the closest you can get. So that's what I'm showing you there. This is the thick stripe on the shoulders, what you want to be looking at for that. As far as sleeving or striping on your sleeves here, I have two color piping on my road jersey. On my home jersey, I have two color double. I think it looks a little bit better with how I set up my jersey there, but I really don't think there's a bad option at all. Like if you're doing a retro style, ribbons is awesome. If you're doing retros, again, you have literally just telling you it's retro doubles right here. But like looking at the different like kind of designs for the sleeves, there really isn't any bad ones other than these vertical doubles. I'm not really a big fan of these here, but someone on my Twitch channel today mentioned that it might be a good idea to do a YouTube video of me making a uniform from scratch. So I will open this up to chat and to you on YouTube. Comment below a logo that you are using. Comment the name of the logo too. And whatever the most commented or most requested is, I will make a quick like 5 or 6 minute-ish video of me making an entire uniform setup, so I can talk through my decisions a little bit more. If that interests you, then comment below what your logo is. So another thing that I didn't touch on too much last video was like the different setups of your socks. Now, the one thing I want to make sure that we all know, the two things I want to make sure we get down right away. For your stirrups and for the actual sock itself, you want to make sure they both have the same design. You don't want one old-time player in your lineup to have one sock, like another player in your lineup having another type of sock there. So we want to make sure they're staying consistent in that regard. And then you want to make sure the stirrup color is white, or the sock itself is white. I'm a little weird, so I'm not really weird. It's traditional baseball to have a white sock underneath your stirrup. But I mean, if it's to each your own. I guess if you don't want that, you can do whatever you want there. But I want to go through a couple different color schemes here. So triple two color A is the one that I rock. Another one that's a little bit cleaner is the triple two color B. I like the A more because I think the white and the orange balance each other well for me. But if you just want the three traditional lines there, you have that. The wide two color looks good on some uniforms. It doesn't look great on others. My biggest advice is to just play around with all these stuff and for all these different designs to see what fits for you. I kind of got a little Boise State vibe going with my wide and two color there. We talked about the ribboning on the sleeves, like the different kind of setup with different colors there. If you're doing a retro look, these multi-wide kind of art setups might be a little bit interesting for you as well. Spread double, spread two color double. There's a lot of different options for this. I love the spread two color B. I think it adds a really nice eye-popping feature to a lot of players who have high socks in your team too, especially your cap if you're rocking one. But again, I am rocking the triple two color A for my socks, and I want to break down another thing logo wise here before we close out the video. Okay, so what we're doing now is I'm just loading into a game versus a CPU here, and I basically want to show you like what logos show up on the game. So you see my AT logo right there. So you're already wondering like, hey, wait, where's my like main logo? Like I thought that was going to be on the scoreboard. So your main logo that shows up on the scoreboard is the one that goes with your jerseys itself. So if we just hit, let me just throw a pitch to show you the replay here. Okay, so we're going to the replay. So first thing that we want to look at first thing you want to look at here, so we have the scoreboard we're pitching right now. So Mount Castle is going to be, and the Orioles are going to be that logo there. But my AT logo is behind like Barrios on the scoreboard because he's pitching right now. Your logo you put on your hat and your jersey are going to be the ones that primarily show up on the scoreboard, on like the main in-game ticker, on like the different scoreboards in the game. Your main logo is accentuating onto the scoreboard itself. I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. Okay, so a couple things I want to show off really quick to close out the video. So we're talking about logos in stadiums right now. Whoops. Okay, so I'm just playing the Orioles in a play versus CPU to kind of show this off here, but you see how, sorry, I'm controlling this really bad. You see how my main like Thuuuuney logo is versus the Orioles, because those are both of our main logos. So on the scoreboard you have your secondary logos, like on the scoreboard in game. So if I back out here, those are our secondary logos, right? So you have those there. Your main logo is going to be on scoreboards throughout the stadium, but your logo that you import onto your hat and on your jerseys will be on like the scoreboard on the screen, will be the littler like logo on the different scoreboards throughout any stadium you play at. And that's another interesting note about logos. So you want to make sure you're dividing things up correctly, so that like if you care about one, like let's say your team has 3 logos, you want to make sure you have one of those 3 logos that are in place, so that you can have that on the scoreboard that you want to there. And I'm not sure if this is the Star Wars. This is one of the things that's interesting too. If you leave your MLB The Show sitting idle for a little bit, they have the players just kind of talking here. There's an Easter egg, and this is close out the video, a little fun one. There's an Easter egg in this game where one of the cutscenes here is the batter having the force. I'll see if I can pull that up for another YouTube video at some point, but maybe leave your PS4 or PS5 or Xbox idle and see if you can get one of these cutscenes. But I appreciate you watching. I'll let these guys keep having shenanigans. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.